Department of Government Efficiency, which is spelled DOGE, really is Department of GESARA. That's what this is.
But what they don't realize about Musk and these so-called kids or whatever, this is, like you said, this has been going on for a while. They've telegraphed this for a while. They've been planning it. You don't just walk in with 200 executive orders ready to go. Now they're putting stuff through Congress. Now, why do you think, Mel, instead of Congress focusing in on crypto legislation, why do you think the very first topic are the stable coins?
If you think that they're panicking now, this is nothing. Wait a couple of weeks, wait a couple of months. Listen, when they start to audit the full scope of the Treasury and the Pentagon and the IRS and whoever else and the Federal Reserve, and they realize that there's literally quadrillions of dollars, is not far-fetched, folks, okay? And people are going to yell and scream demanding that these people be decapitated. Not because we're enforcing the law. We don't enforce the law. We don't even write the law. Someone else does that. See what I'm saying? So if the law says you're going to get a death sentence because you're treasonous against humanity, well, then that's what it is. But before we get started, folks, make sure you hit the pause button. Okay, go down below. There's a Rumble link. Go over to Rumble and follow us over there. QFS1776.com is, without question, the holy grail of what's to come. Okay, T-shirts. You got to get yourself decorated. This way people will ask you, what is XRP? What is the quantum financial system? What is this? What is that? And you send them where? To QFS1776.com, where they need to immerse themselves, because we're going to burn down this system down to the ground. And out of the ashes will rise the phoenix. There will be nothing to go back to. Believe me when I tell you that. Also, our Telegram groups down below. If you want to learn what's coming and you're sort of a little scared, I understand. Believe me, I was there too at one point. And if you need more than $10,000 worth of XRP or $1 million worth of XRP, you come see me. Send me an email at QFS1776@gmail, and we'll get you as much as you want. Gold and silver.
Welcome to CarminesGold.com. Don't waste not even a second looking. Cheaper prices just don't exist. How important is it for you to own gold and silver right now? What does it mean to me personally? There's an economy that's about to crash beyond what words can explain. In 5 words, I'm going to educate you on gold and silver. Are you ready? You need to own some. Simple.
Well, look, the stable coin that we have, which is called RLUSD, right? Where is that written into? That's written, I think it's written into the executive order, isn't it? And it's going to be part of the what? Treasury?
I haven't seen that. I would like to see proof of that. I've not seen that.
That is a fact. Yeah, maybe your audience could. I've seen this a million times, floating all over social media.
That's what I mean. It's true. Tell me the executive order. I'll go find it.
What other token are they going to use? They're going to use Bitcoin. That's 3 transactions per minute. They can't use that. They can't use anything else. Which one is scalable to trillions of transactions per second? Oh, gee, I think it's XRP. Don't believe me? Go on YouTube, punch in trillions of transactions per second. XRP, Moon Lambo pops up. It's in the first 2 or 3 videos. You'll see
it's not there yet. It needs to be fixed. It can't do that million transactions per second.
No, it can. It's just that's how they keep the volume. That's how they keep
streaming it. Actual one-offs it can't do. It can stream little micro payments like that. That has the ability to do, but it can't do it can't do a trillion. It will get there, and it'd be easy enough to retool. The bottom line is
remember a guy by the name of Hodor?
I remember Hodor, yeah.
In that one video that Moon Lambo made, he makes some really valid points. And Hodor, which we believe was the guy that was on the inside sitting on the board of Ripple, okay, gives some really incredible insight to things that I believe are practically factual. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Hodor. He disappeared. He said he was going to go get a regular job. He disappeared for 3 years.
He came back and forth a few times, yeah.
He's back. Well, every once in a while he'd come back. So he's back. He's eventually found his way back into the mainstream. And I'm going to pull up one of his, let's see what else this guy.
Articles.
Wow.
That's an incredible writer, isn't he?
He's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. It's been really a pleasure to, he doesn't follow many. He does follow me. Look at that. That's awesome. Hodor.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones. All right, let's see. Yeah, I remember he said that's it for now. So the other thing that freaks people out, this is what I loved about it, and I was enjoying this so much when he came back.
Mm-hmm.
But he came back and hang on a second. Where did we happen to us here? Hang on, let's do this. There we go. Oh, come on, what's going on? There we go. So this was it. He came up with this post right here. That's it for now. This is here are my 26 of my flat Earth proofs. We can see too far. 99% of the world population sees sunlight at the same time. Flat Earth proof number 3. Whistleblowers, censorship. Stars are closed. Horizontal is flat. No curvature over frozen water. NASA's lying to you. 3-body problem. The missing Coriolis effect. The compasses don't work on a globe. And vacuum. So he has all the proofs. And people were going nuts when he started releasing this. Like, you're a crackpot. And, I just said, like, well, prove to me that the Earth is round. Let me see a picture from space of the Earth. There isn't one. There are no pictures. The ones that NASA has will admit that they're all composites. And so when you see all these NASA videos, you see a guy in the corner drinking coffee and set the cup down. When you see glitches happen in the background, doesn't mean we don't go to space. Doesn't mean we're not in the atmosphere. We know the rockets go up there. But how do we get? But do we go to other planets? Have we been to the moon, Mel? Have we been to the moon?
Nobody knows, bro. Nobody knows nothing. We went to school and
We didn't go to the moon. We did not go to the moon.
I'm saying, no, I agree. I agree with you. I think we've been lied to about everything, including going to the moon. But what I'm trying to tell you is we've spent tax money through an illegal tax collection agency registered in Puerto Rico. Okay, it has nothing to do with the United States government, not even a little bit. Okay, they were given badges and guns to harass the American people, and they lied about everything, right? They lied about everything. So, so we spent our hard-earned money. They got us on this treadmill, thinking that if we could run just a little faster, we might just be able to get to the carrot. Wouldn't you know, right? And we never get to the carrot. And the reality is, you went to school to learn a bunch of bullshit. How much of stuff you learned personally, Chip, yourself, that are you using today that you in school? Wait,
how much programming? Are we talking about the programming?
Yeah, I'm talking about the programming. Absolutely.
That's exactly right. Well, I mean, but the funny thing is just a little bit of curiosity. This is what always kills me about people that want to get into a debate about anything.
Yeah.
They don't even spend like 6 seconds searching on Google. They don't even spend like an hour researching a book, but they just know it. It's like this always kills me. It's like, okay, well, what have you done? What kind of, but the curiosity has always got me. I remember being a kid. I'm old enough to remember being real young. My dad's like this, they're walking on the moon. And I remember growing up the whole time thinking, like, how is it possible? How do we get past the Van Allen belts? So we talked about the radiation. How is it that we just sent a probe to the moon and it got there longer than the original the Apollo mission? So you're telling us that 50, 60 years later, we don't have better tech? You're telling me, what about the camera guy on the moon when the capsule blasts off and you see the camera follow it up? We don't have some guy did the math. He realized that with the equipment we had, we couldn't possibly beam that signal back to Earth. So I always asserted that, okay, well, we know one thing is fake. The video is. Does that mean we went to the moon? I don't know. Maybe we went to the moon. The video we've seen is not from the moon. It couldn't have been, right?
Donald Trump is about to blow the lid off of everything.
I hope to God he does. I mean, the JFK assassination, Bobby Kennedy, MLK, it's all inside jobs, man. 9/11, almost everything that happens, all these massive shootings, they're all false flags. People are way better than that. I mean, what deep down inside, it's one government forcing that, because then you got some guy over in Sweden starts knifing a bunch of people, right? It's just every once in a while you're gonna get a crackpot, but still.
The lie is so big. The lie is so big. It's so huge. It's so ginormous. Yet it would take a decade to explain 2% of it. Everything is a lie. Flat Earth, round Earth, square Earth, nobody knows. We're a bunch of imbeciles. You notice that the chemtrails, by the way, have stopped, and today they returned. Supposedly, somebody told me that they returned. I haven't been out today. I'm sorry. I've been doing podcasts. This is my third one.
Well, I don't see them that often. I don't see them that often in Florida. Like people always talk about them. It seems like it happens a lot more in the Northeast. I don't know, for some reason.
6 days, bro. No chemtrails. 6 days. I went in my Telegram channels. I have Telegram channels between my channels and my friends' channels. We constitute over 150,000 subscribers, and I said, please send pictures from all over the world. Are you experiencing no chemtrails? Everybody except for Arizona. Arizona said, nope, they're still spraying us over here. A few states, but most states were completely blue skies. When was the last time you remember clear blue skies in the United States of America? Never. How about like the last 35 years? They've been spraying us like lab rats, and we have no idea what's in those chemtrails. We have no idea what damage they did to us.
Yeah.
That's why I say retributions have to be paid here on a grand scale. And yes, we better hope that they have some, incredible space age technology that we can go inside and clean out all the shit that, they sprayed us with for the last 35 years. Absolutely.
Do you know how hard it is? I mean, all the water is fluorinated, so you can't drink tap water, even if it's filtered, right? But do you know how hard it is and difficult it is to buy toothpaste that doesn't have fluoride in it? But there's only a minuscule amount of brands that actually have it, because I've been using, without fluoride. I mean, just look at the studies. Look at the peer-reviewed studies that talk about making, warping people's brains, making them dumber. This is the whole thing of control. Meanwhile, the elites sit back. Do you think Congress, they just got wealthy on 175,000? You think they were that smart to make stock trades? Okay, inside trading perhaps, but when they start trekking, what they're worried about is the next step, and they're going to make them pay. You remember, they'll never be able to walk down the street.
Oh, brother, if you think,
and they're already not having to be able to walk down the street without being shouted down.
Yeah, brother, if you think that they're panicking now, this is nothing. Wait a couple of weeks, wait a couple of months. Holy shit. Listen, when they start to audit the full scope of the Treasury and the Pentagon and the IRS and whoever else and the Federal Reserve, and they realize that there's literally quadrillions of dollars, is not far-fetched, folks. Okay? And people are going to yell and scream, demanding that these people be decapitated. Not because we are badasses. No, not because we're enforcing the law. We don't enforce the law. We don't even write the law. Someone else does that. See what I'm saying? So if the law says you're going to get a death sentence because you're a treasonous against humanity, well, then that's what it is, right?
Yeah, look at this. Wes is saying that, lots of chemicals yesterday over Asheville, North Carolina. There you go.
So you had chemtrails. Okay. And great. I'm glad that we actually opened up that can of worms so we can get a live report from your audience, which is great.
Look at this. I'll pay good money to kick the chairs out from underneath them. Those are hangings, I think, what we're talking about there. Fluoride in water has a way for the wealthy to sell the junk byproduct of aluminum refinery. Absolutely, man. Nailed it. Some people we try to get.
Your audience and my audience, they're really smarter than we are, to be quite honest with you, in many respects.
Of course, that's the whole thing. That's the best part. That's what Jeff and I talk about all the time. We're like, our audience is way smarter than we are when it comes down to it. But we're just the guys chatting and talking. But we also try to get. Somebody said, here we go. It'd be great if you could get Moon Lambo. I try to get Moon Lambo on here for 3 years. He won't come on.
Look, some of these guys are very nice guys, but they think they have reached a stardom, you know what I mean? Like,
but Moon's a good dude. He's a good dude.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure, but a lot of them, like, I forget. I think it was Working Money Channel. You know, Working Money Channel.
Yeah, of course. Hey, everybody, Working Money Channel. Yeah,
him.
He was gonna come on here, and I call. Hey, everybody. He was gonna come on here, but something happened. He got sick or something, and we got to get back. Mark Smithson said, I told my wife I'm taking her out Friday night, taking her to the driveway and handing her a snow shovel. Wow. There you go, up in Detroit.
Yeah, but it's funny. I did get in touch with him when I was living in Costa Rica. He wanted me to fly him to Costa Rica, wine and dine him, and give him like $2,000 bucks. I'm like, okay, dude.
$2,000. Come on, man. Hey, that's a freaking great. He's got a great catchphrase, man.
Yeah. Who else can you imitate?
I used to do Alex Cobb when he was on a lot. I used to do Alex Cobb and a bunch. I would do a bunch of them. It was just fun to goof on them. How
about X-22 report? Can you do him?
Dave?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Dave.
X-22 report. This is episode 2625B, and tonight's episode is about chemtrails.
Tonight is deep state. The deep state. Everything's deep state this, deep state that. Problem. USA bad spending reaction. People mad about it. Solution: must put the government spending on the blockchain. retired and managed by hand. 700 workers must. Let's put it on the blockchain. Yeah, agreed. You know, it's so funny. Did you see they rolled out some underground bunker that this dilapidated elevator goes down, and there's only so many people can retire from the government because it has to go all the way down.
Yes.
They gotta run 3 miles, like in Indiana Jones when they had that giant warehouse. They gotta go dig the manila folder out, and then they gotta take it up this elevator that sometimes makes it. I'm like, Musk is like, I thought it was parody. I really thought this cannot be real. Come on, it cannot be real. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely.
And David Schwartz actually had a good one. He said, I'm going to Manila and I'm going to take a look at those famous folders. And I was like, famous folder? Oh, Manila folders. Okay. So it's like pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, guys. Welcome to the Working Money Channel. Hey, guys. That's it right there. That is it.
That's awesome.
You need digital pillory where the people can buy Rotten Tomato tokens to leave at the likes of Fauci in prison. Well, here's the thing about Fauci, Jim D.